Welcome back, farm kids. Today we are going to read an Indian folk tale called A Tall Story. 5 blind men were once sitting under a shady palm tree by the bank of the river Ganges in India when they sensed that something or someone had silently crept up on them and joined them there. "Who's there?" asked the first blind man. There was no reply, so he got to his feet and walked forward with his arms outstretched. After a few steps, his hands hit something flat, rough, and solid in front of him. "It's a wall," he cried. "Don't be stupid," cried the second blind man, standing up. "How could someone have built a wall right under our noses without us hearing?" He, too, felt about in front of him. "Aha!" he said delightedly, as he ran his hands down with a hard, smooth, stick-like thing. "It's a sphere. Definitely a sphere." "Ah!" At that, the third man got up to join them. "A wall and a sphere," he sneered. "Obviously, neither of you have any idea what this thing is." His fingers closed around something tatty and wiggly. "It's nothing more than a piece of old rope," he laughed. "How can you say that?" argued the fourth blind man, who had jumped up and joined in without anyone noticing. "I'm standing here with my arms wrapped around something so big that my fingers are barely touching together. It's a tree trunk. I'm telling you, a tree trunk." "I suppose I'll have to settle this," sniffed the fifth blind man as he rose. He stuck out his hand confidently and grabbed hold of something long and swaying. "Help!" he shouted. "It's a snake! It's a snake!" Suddenly, whoops of laughter filled the air, and the fifth blind man heard a little boy giggling. "You're all wrong. You're actually holding parts of an elephant, and you all look really silly." At that, the 5 blind men all stopped what they were doing, and from that moment on, they never argued again. Perspective is important. Each blind man thought he knew what was in front of him, but maybe if they had listened to one another and put the pieces together, they would have realized that they were holding on to something completely different.